Welcome to Yawdvybz TV. Before we start, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. Now on to the news. Cops seek construction worker for sex crime against 13-year-old student. Police are looking for a construction worker after he reportedly had sex with a minor in Kingston on Tuesday. The 21-year-old is accused of having sex with the 13-year-old female student at his home. Reports are that the child and suspect had seen each other on several occasions, but never communicated. In April of this year, the suspect saw the teen and tried to communicate with her, but she refused. Another date in April, they saw each other in downtown Kingston and exchanged Instagram accounts. They have been using the social media platform to communicate since, the police said. On Tuesday, the man reportedly invited the student to his house where they had sexual intercourse, despite her being a person under 16 years old. The matter was reported to the authorities, but efforts to find the construction worker has so far proven futile, the police said. Shorty killed in Manchester. Police are probing the murder of a man in Cedar Grove, Manchester on Thursday night. Police named the victim as Dwayne Danville. Residents say Danville was also called Shorty or Shortman. He is said to be in his 30s. Reports are that about 8 p.m., residents heard loud explosions. Just over an hour later, Danville was found suffering from what appeared to be gunshots to the head and clutching a ratchet knife. Sources told the news team that Danville was on a phone call with a relative when he got another call prompting him to leave his apartment in Cedar Grove, shortly after he was gunned down at the entrance of the building. Danville was pronounced dead at hospital. St. Elizabeth teens in custody over house break-in. 6 male students between ages 13 and 16 from a prominent high school in St. Elizabeth are now in police custody after they were arrested on allegations of breaking into a house. The boys were picked up on Thursday during a targeted operation in the Malvern area. They were later charged. According to the head of the St. Elizabeth Police Division Superintendent Coleridge Minto, the matter is being handled in the court to determine whether they should be given bail. The police can confirm that 6 teenage students were taken into custody last evening during a targeted operation. They were taken in due to an ongoing investigation for house break-in, Minto said. We will continue the investigation and provide the necessary support to these youngsters, he added. 2 days missing, cops want help to find St. Catherine teacher. 29-year-old Danielle Anglin, a teacher of Hellshire Park, Portmore in St. Catherine, has been missing since Monday, May 13th. She is of dark complexion, slim build, and about 167 centimeters, 5 feet 6 inches tall. Reports from the Hellshire police are that Anglin was last seen at home about 5:50 a.m. Her mode of dress at the time she went missing is unknown. All efforts to contact her have been futile. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Danielle Anglin is asked to contact the Hellshire Police Station at 876-952-3572, 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. I want my daughter alive. Mother pleads for safe return of missing teacher. The last 5 days have been very distressing for Denise Anglin, who is desperately hanging on to hope that her daughter, 29-year-old Danielle Anglin, will return home alive. Danielle, a grade 4 teacher at the St. Peter Claver Primary School in Kingston, has been missing since Monday when she left their home on Sun Drive in Hellshire, St. Catherine, for work. Denise said she became concerned when her daughter, who usually alerts her when she is about to leave the school, did not call. As it got later, she began fearing the worst. I couldn't sleep. I sat up until 4:00 in the morning, she said. The following morning, she was informed that Danielle, who she described as a dedicated teacher, did not turn up for work. Her husband and Danielle's father, Michael Anglin, filed a missing person report. On the morning Danielle went missing, her mother said she was running late for work. She said her daughter usually takes the bus from Naga Head to work and a taxi up to their house that they have been living in for the last 3 months. But that morning, Denise said she heard she was picked up by a taxi that she had used at least 2 times before. I want back my daughter alive, anything it costs. Me want fi see her alive, the anxious mother said before breaking down in tears. The mother of 4 said Danielle is her only daughter and they have a close-knit relationship. Just last week Monday, Danielle celebrated her birthday and 2 days later, she was showered with gifts from her students as they celebrated her on Teacher's Day. She said her daughter was not involved in a romantic relationship. I don't know nothing that went wrong, and I don't know what is the reason because Danielle and I have very good relationship, so is her father. Everywhere is me and Danielle. Everywhere, she said. From Monday till now, me can't see me daughter. My daughter is always with me. She is a good behaving girl. My daughter doesn't have a boyfriend at that age. That's why I feel it more said dem rape her, she said. Followed in her footsteps, a retired teacher, Denise said Danielle was keen to follow in her footsteps to help mold the minds of the nation's children. She used to go when I'm teaching and come visit the school. I am an example. That was her writing when she said I would like to be a teacher. She watched her mother, and her mother is a dynamic teacher, she said. A despairing, Denise said the anguish of not knowing whether her daughter is alive is crippling. It terrible, terrible, me cry, me cry, me cry. Last night was the most time that I cried and me husband held me and said don't bad a breakdown because you were trying to keep up. Reports from the Hellshire police are that Anglin was last seen at home about 5:50 a.m. Monday. All efforts to contact her since have been futile. The police are encouraging anyone who may know where she is to contact them. Meanwhile, President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Leighton Johnson, said the organization is distraught at Danielle's disappearance and is pleading with the public to provide any information that could assist with her safe return home to the police. He said the school community is traumatized and is doing their part to assist. These are very anxious moments for the school, both staff, colleagues, and students alike. The school community has been dismissing early with a view of providing some support to the family members, whatever information they can ascertain to give to the police. He said, "At this juncture, we really have to keep hope alive. We really hope and trust that she is safe. She is okay, wherever she is," Johnson added. St. Elizabeth farmer charged with burglary. 59-year-old Burnett Foster, a farmer of Keynsham District, St. Elizabeth, has been charged with burglary after he was found in the house of a woman early one morning. The police report that about 1:05 a.m. on Sunday, May 12th, a woman securely locked up her house and retired to bed when she was awoken by strange sounds inside the dwelling. She ran from the house and called the police, who arrived and found Foster inside the house. He was subsequently arrested and charged. 3 women shot in Mo Bay attack. 3 women were shot and injured in Montego Bay on Wednesday night, just hours after the Jamaica Constabulary Forces rolled out the city's Beat Officer Patrol Division, BOPDD, which is designed to create order in the St. James Parish capital. According to reports, the women were ambushed in a yard at King Street at about 10:20 p.m. by a lone gunman who walked in on them. According to police reports, the women were having a conversation inside a yard when the gunman walked in, pulled a handgun, and opened gunfire on them. The frightened women ran off in different directions as the shooter retreated from the yard. It was later discovered that all 3 women suffered bullet wounds, one in the left shoulder, one on her right shoulder, and one on her left hand. All 3 were rushed to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, CRH, where they were treated. Wednesday night's shooting comes sharply on the heels of the murder of a man identified as Chris. who was shot and killed shortly after 10 a.m. during the rollout of the BOPD. In addition to putting pressure on the security forces, the spate of shootings is also affecting the health services as CRH is running low on blood supply. According to Dr. Delroy Frey, the clinical coordinator at the Western Regional Health Authority, with each new shooting incident, the supply and storage is significantly impacted. Recently, we had only 9 units of blood in the blood bank, and during Wednesday night, 4 gunshot wound cases came to CRH. They mopped up every bit of the blood we had available in the blood bank, said Frey. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend.